Where's my son Muhammad? Is he here? Muhammad. We were driving here. And we had a certain conversation. He looked at me and he said, you know, Baba, I want you to stay with me as long as possible. I want God to keep you with me because I have so many questions I still need answers for. That's what he said to me. Now, I can't determine that. It's all in the hands of God. There are many children who are chosen by God to continue living without their father, without their mother. These are not our choices. But him saying it to me as maybe I didn't articulate it like that to my father, but I felt the same way. I felt more secure. More secure when I was under the wing of my parents. I would go and cuddle with them. Not necessarily physically, although I used to love. I was 30 years old when I used to sleep in my mother's lap. Yes, don't be surprised. 30 years old, I used to sleep in her lap. And I would go to sleep deeply. I felt secure. Because God created that. And they put it in their hearts. And that's why he said, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Be kind to your parents, because وَقُلْ رَبِّ ارْحَمْهُمَا كَمَا رَبَّيَانِي صَغِيرًا. Turn to Allah day and night and say, Ya Allah, have mercy on them. Because they exerted lots of effort to raise me when I was young, when I couldn't know where to go. They were there for me. Sometimes they yelled at me. I didn't like it at that time. But later on I discovered that it was the best thing they've done. I owe that. Sit back where you are, sit back where you are, sit back. I told my son, not that. It's the right thing to do. Here there are different ways of raising children. Back where we came from, there were different standards. The example I'm about to give you is not a standard of raising children or teachers dealing with students, no. But I owe part of who I am today to a teacher who slapped me, even though Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, never put your hand on somebody's face. Never. But he did. I still remember that teacher when he slapped me across the face so hard that I came back to that highway because I was tempted by a group of friends when I was 12 years old. I almost lost it. I had a talent of impersonating others or doing impressions of others. My daughter took that from me, one of them. I'm not going to mention who. Okay. I used to have that. And bad friends made me feel so wanted. And they started to move me, and then every time they will cheer me, I will feel so great. And they taught me other things that I could say. And I stopped praying. My parents didn't know about it. I stopped lots of things that I was supposed to do. Alhamdulillah, it was very briefly. When a teacher who knew my potential took me one day and he slapped me across the face. And he said, what I did to you today will be told to your father tonight. And I begged him not to do that, because I knew how my father would take it. I begged him, but he still went and told my father. My father was wise. He did not repeat the scenario, but he used to have that look. Just by looking, you would feel that you are gone. He gave me that look that I still remember. Wallahi, ya Shaykh Osman, I tell you. Just looked at me with his eyes now going like fire at me. And I said, I promise you. That's it. And since that day, I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that slap. So I say to children, yes, you may, but wallahi, it is for your own good. Because when you become the parents for your own children, you will say, oh Allah, have mercy on my parents. As they raised me when I was young, I didn't realize when they were doing what they did that it was for my own good. No, you cannot watch television anymore. Go and sleep. But go to sleep. I didn't like it. Go to sleep. And I did it. I didn't like it at that time. But now, oh Allah, have mercy on them. And I want to tell you, and I will end this first part of the series by saying this. I want all children to realize what I did not realize when I was still jumping around my parents. Look at this. Don't be sad. I don't want you to cry. I don't want you to... But the reality is, I want you to know, if you divide your life into time you will spend with different people, look at this. You may, and I don't say you will, because we don't know. You may spend about 25 years of your life with your parents. But part of the 25 years may be at a school somewhere. You will not see them closely. Lots of that time you are spending with your friends. You don't sit with them as they would love to. Many hours are spent in commuting, in. It boils down to a few months of your life spent with those parents. Then you go and you are spending a time with a woman or with a man that you got married to. And now you will see your parents, if they are still around, for a couple of hours maybe every week. If you add, the month, it may be 5 or 6 hours. Or you may travel with your husband or your wife to another place where you may not see them. You may talk to them, or you may send them an email. This is life. And then they will pass. They have to. And then look at this. Look at this. Say from age 30, if Allah makes you live till age 80, you will live 50 years. And they are long gone. They're not with you anymore. Imagine when you are in your 60s and you are in your 70s, they have been away from your life for almost 40 years. 40 years, they become memories. Memories. And you will be doing things on your own. So be nice to them. in those few months that they will spend with you. Wallahi, it's worth it. It's worth every second to spend with them because they have to go. And most of your life you will be the parent for others. But those who brought you to life are gone. They came to this life to spend maximum 25 years, but interrupted years with you, and they will go. They came to bring you to this life and go. You know, I say, and I will end with this, I always remember this. My father, as if, wallahi, he brought us to Canada, made sure all of us settled down. Then one day he said, I'm going back to Lebanon. He went back, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, 12 years, he never mentioned it. Never. So I've got to go. He went and he died in Lebanon. As if he said, I brought you here, you all settled, you all got married, now you are starting your children. I know, only two of my children knew my father. None of them knew my mother. They don't, because they are gone. So enjoy your grandparents, enjoy your parents, and until we meet, inshallah, next week to continue, please think about what I said.